sports over the years and the multiple years that they were conference opponents.
Yeah, they've been playing for a lot of years in the Southland. We've seen them play a lot of ball games here and down in Houston.
Bearcats start out with possession as Dixon tries to drive to the baseline, has to find an option outside. Jefferson drives. Dixon step back. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jefferson pulls up off of the rim. Huskies with possession, trying a fast-paced offense. And their starting lineup looks like this. Anya McGuire, as well as Kennedy Wilson, Hannah Fields, Amy Cotton, and Jaja Collins, as that one will fall in for the Huskies to get things started. Dixon with it. Inside Smith, foul and one for Sam Houston.
Well, Renee Smith got the pass in the lane, drove around, got the foul. She's really matured as a player over the last year and a half. Excited to see what she's going to be able to do this year. See the slap on the arm by the Husky player.
Smith off the back of the rim. This layup by Houston Christian. Now here comes Henry with it. Speaking of which, starting offense for Sam Houston as the foul is called underneath the basket. It'll be on Hannah Fields for the freshman, her first. Sydney Kemp starting for Sam Houston, as well as Cassidy Dixon, Kaylee Jefferson, Renee Smith, and Shanti Henry. Inbound Dixon, up underneath. In and out, loose ball, rebounded by Sam Houston. And a second chance effort for Renee Smith. Gets the bucket to fall. Across the timeline for Houston Christian. Tries to go baseline. Smith there for the rejection. Rebound by Henry. Back up top to reset. Rebound by Houston Christian. Wilson with it on the wing, goes inside, and the shot is blocked by Jefferson, but a foul is called after the shot from Cotton. The foul will be called on Shanti Henry.
Great defense right there by Kaylee Jefferson. Get a hand on the ball, but a little bit of contact as they went for the loose ball. That's where Shanti Henry, got called for the foul.
Drive inside, another strip of the ball by Kaylee Jefferson. It'll be a turnover. Sam Houston gets possession with a 2-point lead.
In the opening, I did say about her being aggressive on defense. She's showing that early in this ball game.
Sissoko passing it away to Dixon. She'll shoot from just inside the three-point line. Off the mark, rebound Huskies. Here comes McGuire with it. Sam Houston leading the all-time series 11 games to 9 against Houston Christian. 7-5 here against them at Johnson Coliseum. As a hustle play there by Amy Cotton, give her credit, bouncing it off the Bearcat and keeping possession.
Yeah, I think Kennedy Dixon thought that it was going to be out of bounds for sure. Then she just got caught in the wrong spot with that, like you said, good hustle play by Cotton.
Tries to go inside, mishandle there, but Cotton recovers. 8 seconds on the shot clock, should pull up for three. Got it. First three-pointer of the ball game for Houston Christian. They're up by 1.
Cotton found herself all alone on the three-point line, thought about it for a second. Nobody contested her, so she took it.
There's Kemp from the elbow. Easy. 1-point lead for Sam Houston.
So here we have an early full court press by Coach Justice. That's not odd for her.
I'll say with Sam Houston, ever since Raven Justice took over as head coach, one main thing that you've seen is the change in pace for these Bearcats defensively. Full court presses for most of the first half. Usually start backing off in the second half, but nothing unusual. 6 seconds on the shot clock, and a travel is called and a turnover once again by Houston Christian.
Number 15, Alexis Seaton, and number 34, Rachel Emmanuel.
Jefferson thought about it. Now she'll shoot from the charity stripe off the back of the rim. Loose ball, fought for it. Almost a jump ball, recovered by Houston Christian. Hesitation gets it in for Hannah Fields, the freshman. 1-point lead.
Looks like we had 3 subs this last time for the Bearcats.
3 for Kemp. A little too strong. Go out of bounds, and we'll turn to Houston Christian possession. A double dribble called on the Huskies. You saw the entire Bearcat bench was jumping up and down trying to get the call there.
But when you have that tight press, it causes the ball handler to have to make quick decisions, and sometimes they get caught in between, make mistakes. Another turnover.
Dixon on the wing here. Man-to-man defense tightly pressed on by Houston Christian, as that one will fall for Rosenthal.
Rosenthal, veteran player, transfer from Prairie View A&M.
Driving inside, there's Cotton, and she's somebody who's already making her stamp on this ballgame. Rosenthal at the top, few feet behind the line, off the backboard, and no good. A little under 5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter of play. As a drive inside won't go, rebound by Jefferson. Kemp kicks it outside, Rosenthal, mid-range, just a little short. Rebound Emmanuel. Third chance opportunity, Rosenthal gets it. With a little extra emotion attached to the end of it.
Great job by the Bearcats getting those offensive rebounds and putbacks.
A little too strong. I think Houston Christian was trying to get the foul call there. Jefferson will drive in. A miss on the second chance. I think she was wanting a foul called on the contact on the shot. Here comes Rosenthal with it. Off the miss from Houston Christian. Drives inside, and a hand right there on the ball, as that'll take us to a media timeout. Bearcats up by 1. 10-9 with 3.5 left to go in the first on ESPN. One-point lead for Sam Houston as we come out of the break. Bearcats with a fast opportunity here underneath the basket and kisses it off the glass for 2 to Cindy Kemp. And that full court press you mentioned earlier. A lot more turnovers we've seen over the years forced by Sam Houston. And speaking of which, there's another one with the steal. Dixon driving the lane, off the glass for 2.
I think that's something that Coach Justice wants to see out of Dixon, is scoring.
McGuire for three. A little strong. Loose ball recovered by the offense. Joe Ollie with the rebound. Should work inside.
Got both of the McGuire sisters on the court right now.
Off the mark, Ollie with the rebound. Both coming from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Anya McGuire in her fourth year with the program. Aaron with her second year as the offensive foul is called. Sam Houston will get possession.
There goes the freshman McGuire off the court.
Aaron coming off of a 6-point performance, 3 of 12 shooting in the loss against Rice in 25 minutes of play. She also fouled out in that contest against the Owls. Smith driving inside and a charge will be called. It'll be Smith's first foul of the ball game.
Jordan, there's new rules on charges this season, and I don't know if I'm really clear about how they play out. And that one was a little bit of a surprise to me as the old rules apply.
Henry back in the matchup, as well as Jefferson for Sam Houston. Sissoko in as well, as the drive inside is good from Hannah Fields. Fields now with a couple of baskets as the three-pointer works for Sam Houston. Sydney Kemp, player who, out of the returners, leads them in three-point percentage from last year. 38.8%. Drive inside, trying to force contact, no go. And the foul is called after the rebound from Renee Smith. Rachel Emanuel checks back into the ball game in replacement of Renee Smith for Sam Houston. 6-point lead for the Bearcats with a touch over a minute left to go in the first. Quick passing lanes and a travel called on Jefferson down low for the turnover. The second turnover of the ball game for Sam Houston. Foul called on Jairo Sissoko, the junior transfer from Grayson Community College. That's her first foul of the ball game. Bearcats fourth here in the early going. Wilson with it on the near side. Just under a minute left to go. Ollie kicks it outside. Fields for three. A little short off the front of the rim. Mid-range shot. And loose ball rebounded by Anya McGuire. Contact down low and the miss. 2 seconds separate play clock and shot clock. Drive inside, Emanuel somehow gets it back after an errant pass from Kemp. The basket goes. Shot clock now turned off. 12 seconds left to go in the first. Fans wanting a double dribble. The layup off the glass for two for Hannah Fields. 6-point difference. Kemp from a long range and off the backboard, no good, and that ends the first quarter of play. Bearcats up by 6 in their season, their fifth season with Sam Houston. 91-79 overall record at Sam Houston. 106-97 before getting to Sam Houston, combining her time at Prairie View A&M, but She has completely changed the culture of Sam Houston women's basketball since arriving here in the 2018-19 season.
She's done a great job with this team, taking over a roster, building it, and continuing to build it over the last 5 years.
Multiple conference tournament appearances. All but last season. Making to the conference tournament every year. Whether that be in the Southland or the Western Athletic Conference. And the foul there is called on Aaron McGuire.
Speaking over 5 years as a Bearcat head coach, transitioning from one conference to another, so 3 conferences since she's been here in 5 years. And I think other stat here, never losing against Houston Christian since she's been a coach at Sam Houston.
Last time they faced off was February 3rd of 2021, an 88-57 victory for Sam Houston here in Huntsville. As Sissoko makes the second free throw, goes 1 for 2 on the trip. Bearcats up by 7. McGuire across the timeline. Cross-court pass. Rebound is made. Sissoko with it. He'll try to drive inside, has to throw it up with contact. Smith right there, though, will get her own rebound, then lose it. Here comes Houston Christian now. Ollie with the layup. 5-point difference here in the second.
Well, the big difference in the ball game in the first quarter was shooting percentage. Sam Houston shot 38%, making 3 more buckets for a 6-point lead for the quarter.
Sissoko trying to just throw it up. Had contact. Been very aggressive on both sides, especially down low defensively. The fake there, but a little strong off the backboard. Now Jefferson in transition. No foul caught on the shot as it goes out of bounds. Bearcats keep possession.
Think of that last possession where McGuire just kind of put too much touch on the ball. I think she thought she was going to get a little more physical contact, and I think she was anticipating having to push off and do that, and so that's why the errant shot.
Gets the contact call there underneath. And Dixon will head to the line for 2.
First personal foul, team 2nd. Substitution for the Huskies now hearing number 13, Jose Caesar. Substitution for the Bearcats now hearing number 15.
Bagaigu checks out of the ball game. Look, early season,
Well, having to pronounce that name just kind of tongue-twisted you there. Hey.
Just a little bit. First free throw up and in. 2 for 2 on the trip by Dixon. Bearcats up by 8. Trying to drive inside. And an offensive foul will be called. Looks like a push off on Wilson.
Checking in again for the Bearcats, number 11, Diana Rosenthal.
Rosenthal with it. Mid-range shot, and this is a player, Ken, that you were telling me before the broadcast that you're excited to see the transfer from Prairie View.
Well, she's got experience playing at a high level, coming over as a graduate transfer, and has 1 year of eligibility left. Has some talent and wants to be productive in her last year.
Elizabeth Matati gets the bucket there. Brings it back within 7. Smith fights for it, gets the offensive board to keep possession. Loose ball after the pass from Jefferson. And it goes in for Renee Smith. Now foul called on Rosenthal for Sam Houston.
Entering for the Bearcats, number 0, Sydney Ken. Entering for the Huskies, number 23, Barry Barr.
Wilson with it. Looking inside once again over the top. Matata using her size of the 6'5" frame. And now 2 baskets underneath for her.
Yeah, she had great position on Renee Smith and a great pass over the defender.
From the elbow, off the mark, rebound by Houston Christian. This is the Husky squad who has picked 5th in the preseason poll in the Southland Conference. Picked to be tied for 5th. Alongside McNeese. Jefferson from the elbow. That one takes a little bit of paint off the rim. Falls in. Three-pointer, that one a little strong, and Holly a little surprised at that one.
Yeah, she's over here on our side. She turned around and had her mouth wide open, aghast. Great ball movement by the Huskies, just an errant shot. Having a little bit of conversation. Now we get the ball in.
Henry with it at the top. It's under 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half as Dixon with the crossover and finishes it with a nice jump shot.
Well, Dixon has that quickness going one way, and an abrupt stop allowed her to get space to get that shot off.
Tried to respond with a 3. Does McGuire, does not go. Jefferson will try to drive, kicks it outside. Dixon. Try with the finger roll, no go. Here's Smith. Contact, travel call. That'll take us to a media timeout. Bearcats up by 9. Houston Christian with possession when we come back to Huntsville, Texas.
She had a great pivot, and then when she came back on her pivot foot, when she went up to shoot, she did a little double step. That's the call.
Bearcats just ahead in the field goal percentage. They're the only ones who have been to the free throw line as well. Just a mishandle of the ball there by Wilson. And jump ball will be called, possession arrow in favor of Sam Houston. First turnover for Wilson on the night, the 8th for Houston Christian this afternoon. Jefferson tries to go up and under, but blocked on the shot. Sam Houston gets it right back on a steal. Offensive board. And Emmanuel gets it to go.
Well, that's an added presence with having Emmanuel down there. Her size and being able to get those rebounds and going right back up in traffic to get the bucket.
Standing as one of the taller players at 6'2". Her and Renee Smith right at the top. And a double dribble will be called.
Yeah, and Alexa Seaton is saying that the Husky player hit the ball, but that argument did not win any favors.
Looks like Kemp will come off the bench in place of Sissoko. Anya McGuire to inbound it. Tough defense there by Alexis Seaton. Loose ball off the miss. Recovered by Houston Christian for a little bit.
Loose ball foul called number 40, Elizabeth Matati.
Yeah, that one's going to go on Matati. Kind of waiting to see who it was called on.
And they call it on Matati, her third foul already, so she more than likely will get subbed out here pretty soon. Looks like Joe Ollie heading to the scorers table for Houston Christian. Kemp for three, off the back of the rim. Rebound by the Huskies as they try to take it down the court. McGuire in transition. Off the mark, Houston Christian keeps possession.
Well, great job by the Huskies to get the ball down the court, but McGuire just could not finish that basket. Seen a more intense defensive front by the Bearcats after that last timeout.
Drives inside. May have had it deflected potentially, but Smith with the rebound.
Her seventh on the day so far.
Way too strong by Kemp, and now here comes the Huskies trying to make a comeback. And Dixon right there for the steal. Kemp gives it to Jefferson, pulls up from 8. A little strong on that one. Offensive board. Bearcats will try again.
Trying to be aggressive on that, and Coach Justice said to pull back and let's restart it over.
Smith almost had it for a second, but Rosenthal fights for it. Block on the shot by Ollie. And McGuire once again is all alone down the other side of the court and gets the layup. Their first points in almost 4 minutes of play.
Ended the 6-0 run by the Bearcats.
Dixon mid-range. Nothing but net.
What a nice addition for Coach Justice for this Bearcat squad. Dixon, nice shooter.
Sam Houston's first points in a little over 2 minutes. Is that one off the glass for 2 for McGuire? She now has 4 on the afternoon. Up and under, a little strong there. Maybe a little ill-advised layup as the foul will be called on Kemp. Our first on the ball game. Bearcats now 1 of 7 and on the field here so far in their last 7 shots.
And number 34, Rachel Emmanuel. And number 25, Jaira Sissoko.
Sometimes when you go in these little cold spells, and then I think Coach Justice wanted the defense to step up. You need one or the other. You'd like to have both.
Jefferson immediately got up and pointed the other direction, but looks like it'll stay with Houston Christian. Been a very physical game so far by both sides, as you see there on the replay. Wilson with it near midcourt. Goes inside on a improvised pick and roll, and Henry will get fouled. Bearcats will keep possession. The foul will be called on Hannah Fields, the freshman.
Foul, team's 5th of the period.
That's her second.
And 8 total for the Huskies.
Shanti Henry at the line, shooting 2.
Or I'm sorry, 9 total.
Bearcats now with the bonus for the remaining 53.1 seconds in the first half, as Henry makes the first. Her first point on the afternoon. She'll go 2 for 2.
Entering the game for the Bearcats, number 12.
You know, there was a lot of productivity in the scrimmage against Our Lady of the Lake, but, you know, that's a different level of competition. Seeing this level of competition and how the Bearcats are coming out and trying to put things together.
Stolen by Sam Houston. And the point off the turnover for Suzuka. We talked about the exhibition, a 102-72 victory against Our Lady of the Lake last Friday for Sam Houston. They trailed early, but were able to turn things around. The shot clock's now turned off after the miss. Here comes Houston Christian with it, 15 seconds. And a foul is called on the shot. 2 free throws look to be coming up here for Hannah Fields.
Foul call number 34,
Rachel Emanuel will get called for the foul.
Checking in the game for the Bearcats, number 0.
Her first on the ball game. Suzuka will go take a seat. Second free throw goes, 1 for 2 on the trip for Fields. Substitution once again, Houghton checks out. Jefferson back in. It'll probably be the final possession here of the first half. 7 seconds on the game clock. Here's Jefferson. Thought about a 3, shoots from just behind the free throw line, and that one rattles home. And the Bearcats, 40-26 now for the last couple of seasons. It's an interesting dynamic. You've only seen them on the court just a couple of times at the same time, but you know, it'll be interesting to see if maybe they use them more because they would obviously know each other and kind of their tendencies more. Just try to find anything they can to get a win here.
Well, I've seen them sub out for each other a couple times, so they're kind of, you know, the similar players as well.
Foul on Kemp. No, excuse me. Foul called on Enya McGuire, speaking of which.
Diana Rosenthal at the line, shooting 2.
That'll be her first foul of the ball game here. First foul for Houston Christian in this third quarter. Rosenthal makes the first free throw. Off the back of the rim for Rosenthal. 1-2 on the trip. Off the mark, a late whistle, and an offensive foul will be called.
Looked like that might have been I guess a push off by Wilson.
That's exactly what that was, a foul whistle, as you see there on the replay. Wilson's first foul of the ball game, second turnover. Smith inside, just a hair too strong, but gets her own rebound. Here's Rosenthal.
Rosenthal got the points on that possession, but what nice work by Renee Smith in the paint.
8 rebounds for her now. Inside wide open, down on the block was Dee Collins, the senior forward from Mansfield.
She was just camping underneath the basket while double pressure was going on the ball.
Deflected but recovered by Sam Houston. Here's Dixon on the elbow. And here come the Huskies, fast-paced offense. Turnaround shot off the glass for 2. Back within 13 now.
That's the kind of shooting you want to see from McGuire. A little bit cleaner. Nice shot. She needs to make those easy ones.
Dixon at the top with it. Jefferson thought about a 3. Now will go from mid-range. Off the back of the rim. Rebound is made by Collins. Here comes the Huskies now with numbers. The three-pointer for Enya McGuire, and a timeout taken by the Bearcats. It'll turn into a media timeout. 10-point lead, but Houston Christian dominating early to start of head coach Donna Finney in her 11th season at Houston Christian.
Well, Coach Finney, originally from Edinburgh, Scotland, has been with HCU for quite a while. Actually served as athletic director for a little stint and in their Hall of Fame.
Foul called there on the shot. 2 free throws coming up here after the foul from Sissoko. And another interesting note about head coach Donna Finney there is you take a look at the replay, just hard contact by Sissoko. She's the first ever international head coach of an NCAA Division I basketball program. And her roster having 7 international student athletes. That's something you see more and more now with the transfer portal and kind of the way that college athletics is changing with that. More international players kind of getting an opportunity, but still it's an impressive mark to say the least.
And I think at the level she's doing it at, now that we're in Conference USA and we've saw it with volleyball, the higher conferences, they do a lot of international recruiting, and I think some of the lower conferences don't. She's been a trailblazer in that area, and obviously being international student herself coming to the U.S. to play basketball, it's paid off for her.
Foul on the shot, Joe Ollie called for the foul. 2 free throws coming up. They put up an 11, but Ollie is not on the court. We'll see who the foul is actually called on as the first one goes for Emmanuel. They call the foul on Collins. B. Collins. That'll be her second foul of the ball game. High bounce, but works in the favor of Rachel Emmanuel. Player who shot 74% from the free throw line last season for the junior transfer from Barton Community College. Again, full court press by Sam Houston as Wilson pulls up from 7. Won't go, out of play, and the Bearcats with possession. 10-point lead here in the third quarter. Sissoko looking for an option. We'll dump it off to Kemp. Jefferson from the free throw line off the back of the rim. Rebound by Cotton. Euro steps her way to the lane. Off the back of the rim, and a little frustration shown there by Wilson. Sissoko, fast pace, off the glass for 2. 12-point lead for Sam Houston. Around the world we go as that one off the rim. But a forceful rebound by Cotton. Houston Christian keeps possession. Right inside, looks around, turnaround shot. And that one rattling around the rim. It goes in for Amy Cotton.
Yeah, great shot by Cotton and very contested physical.
Driving straight into the defender was Sissoko. And the foul is called there on Houston Christian.
Yeah, Fields was still in movement when contact was made, so no charging call will be called.
Field's third foul on the afternoon. Jefferson on the inbound. Inside Emmanuel, loose ball. Got her own rebound for a second, and the fight is won by Houston Christian. Now stolen by Rosenthal. That one off the mark. Gets her own rebound. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors Houston Christian. But I see what you mean about being excited about Rosenthal.
Oh, yeah. She brings a lot of experience to the game, and you could tell by her level of play.
Wilson passing it around to McGuire on the near wing. Thought about a mid-range shot. Stolen by Rosenthal. Loose ball trying to find somebody. And they're going to call a travel as she was trying to call a timeout. And the Bearcats will lose possession.
Substitution for the Bearcats foul carrying number 0, Sydney Kemp.
Drive inside, and a foul is called late on the shot. 2 free throws coming up for D. Collins.
Jefferson, her first personal.
This will be Kaylee Jefferson's first foul.
Back into the Bearcats, number 11, Diana Rosenthal. Collins on the line.
10-point difference here. Just a tick over 5 minutes left to go in the third. And the first free throw is good for Collins. It's our first trip to the line on the afternoon. Second free throw good. And a foul will be called on the Huskies. It'll be on D. Collins. That will take us to a media timeout. And the Rosenthal excitement. Dixon, another transfer coming out of Eastern Arizona Community College, who actually, interesting for her story, came out of high school and went to Grand Canyon, then went back down to the community college ranks after a little bit of time at Grand Canyon, and is now back in Division I basketball.
You know, sometimes, you get those opportunities at the higher level, and one, you may not get any playing time and things of that, or opportunity, and so going back down a couple levels and getting that playing time, refine your game, and it's paid off for her. She's, now has an opportunity back in Division I, and hope she does well.
It'll be Rachel Emanuel at the free throw line. For Sam Houston, the first one off the back of the rim. Emanuel, a 74% free throw shooter last season at Barton Community College.
That's a great percentage for a post player that could draw a lot of fouls down late in games and be crucial.
An offensive foul on Wilson. They look like they called the push off once again. That's the second time we've seen that here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, I think you see here the tight defense, and you see that arm come back and push off.
Even though it didn't move Rosenthal all that much, it was enough with the extension of the arm to be able to call that push off foul. As Kemp goes inside to Emanuel. The shot is blocked there by Cotton. Full court press, though. And a 30-second timeout will be taken by Houston Christian, as they're probably starting to get close to that 10-second violation.
That's what the Huskies are doing. They're playing this quarter in the lead right now to get back into it. You can't get it all done at once, but do it one quarter at a time.
The throw ahead to Wilson will keep possession. Here's Cotton underneath. Dumps it off. And the basket goes for D. Collins.
Cotton to Collins.
7-point difference. Here's Jefferson. Off the rim, no good. Houston Christian with a basket can make this a two-possession ball game.
Well, there's a huge mismatch right here with Renee Smith covering Wilson, but she did her job.
Coaching staff wanting a foul called. Here's Kemp with three.
Yeah, Bearcats didn't have a chance to go drive the lane, but Kemp saw an opportunity.
Timeout taken, 30 seconds by Sam Houston. After the steal, it can lead you onto a positive stretch. And with Rosenthal, something to watch here. She's one away from tying her career high, which is at 6 steals back in 2022.
The other thing that's impressive, 5 steals with only 1 personal foul.
Jefferson off the mark. Now with the steal and the foul.
Yeah, great effort by Kaylee Jefferson. Her shots haven't been falling yet today, but she's still going to be an aggressive player. She goes and gets that rebound, takes the penalty and the hard fall to the floor, and then now gets to the free throw line.
And that's part of that veteran leadership that we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast. She knows that she hasn't had the best offense today. 2 of 13 from the field, as that free throw falls on her first trip to the charity stripe today to now give her 5 points on the afternoon. But it's the other things that she does as well. 6 rebounds. She has a steal as well in 25 minutes of play. As that one goes off the mark, 1 of 2 on the trip, but 2 offensive rebounds as well for her. And the Bearcats almost reclaim possession, but the Huskies now pushing. Here's Cotton. Underneath, up and under, no good. Rebound by Jefferson, her 7th. An 11-point lead for Sam Houston. Jefferson for 3. No good. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the third. Wilson will slow it down, let the offense come. Here's McGuire. 3.
Now, I was watching McGuire in the warm-ups before the game, and she was making a lot of her three-point attempts there. Nice, clean shot when she has an open look. And speaking of open looks,
Kemp responds and 1. How about that for a three-point shooter?
we were talking about an open look, and she took it, but actually she had Wilson in her face, and she pushed her at the last second. We'll see it right here, trying to get in the way. Makes it and gets fouled.
Should go for a 4-point play here to extend the lead. Completes a 4-point play. There's now 14 on the afternoon for Sydney Kemp. Leads all Bearcats. And leads everybody on the court as well. To respond, that one off the front of the rim. Amy Cotton missing her second attempt at a three. Rosenthal down low, trying to wait for somebody on the cut. Nobody there, though. Here come the Huskies with it. And a foul is called on the shot. Wilson will go to the free throw line for two.
Rosenthal thought somebody was there because that was a great-looking pass right here and just went to nobody.
Sissoko called for the foul. Two free throws here for Kennedy Wilson. First free throw off the front of the rim. Now 2 of 3 on the game. Second one goes. So the two-shoot will be made here for the Bearcats. 1 of 2 on that trip for Wilson at the free throw line as Alexis Seaton will get back into the ball game.
Coach Justice just has a lot of options. She likes to sub a lot, and having a lot of talent on the roster where she can mix and match and keep players fresh.
Floater deflected after the shot from Rosenthal. And yeah, again, a heavy rotation from head coach Raven Justice. Probably one of the reasons why you see a lot more guard-type players on her roster, a lot less size compared to that of Houston Christian. That one goes out of play off of Sam Houston.
Out of bounds. Stays with the Huskies.
11-point lead for the Bearcats. Houston Christian trying to bring it back to single digits in a steal. Rosenthal, 2-on-1 break. Here's Kemp. Contact, no call though, and now the foul will be on Rosenthal.
Police ball foul called on number 11, Diana Rosenthal. Her second personal.
You know, you do mention it about the size differential between the Huskies and the Bearcats, and Coach Justice likes to have physical players like Rosenthal right there just going for the ball. But, you know, sometimes they are oversized, but their physicality, their toughness, their aggressive play makes up for it.
McGuire, deep three. That's her third three-pointer on the afternoon. She now has 15. Suzuka with it here. 50 seconds left in the third. Floater to Smith. She falls, and a timeout will be taken by the Bearcats to avoid a potential travel call. 12 seconds on the shot clock coming out of the timeout. Bearcats inbound under their own basket. Jefferson with it. Dixon to the low block. 5 seconds now. Thought about a three, will drive inside. Dumps it to Smith, and there's a size advantage with one on the shot clock. Speaking of which, it's now been turned off. .20 seconds left in the third. Olsen will hold for the final shot. Drives inside, floater. That one rat-a-tats in. 8-point ball game to end the third quarter of play. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one's close as Houston Christian has worked their way back with a 22-18 advantage in the third quarter of play. Back after this on ESPN.
Orthopedics.
Final 10 minutes of play underway here in Huntsville, Texas. Ken Holland alongside me. My name is Jordan Smith. Back here in Huntsville, Texas, as the Bearcats lead it here in the fourth. Not by much. And again, physical contact. And Houston Christian with the aggressive rebound. Wilson sets back but can't make the shot. Huskies have brought it back within 8. Rosenthal tried to extend the lead back to double digits. A rebound once again. Jefferson decides not to shoot the open three, and a very late whistle after the shot. Should be 2 free throws here for Jefferson.
Foul is called on number 12, Amy Cotton.
Amy Cotton called for the foul. So third foul of the ball game, and it will be 2 free throws for the redshirt senior.
Yeah, Cotton slid over to defend, but she didn't have her position.
Second free throw falls. 1 of 2 on the trip. Jefferson now 2 of 4 in the ball game from the free throw line. 9-point difference. Rosenthal tried to get the steal, almost was successful. Loose ball rebounded eventually by Jefferson. She now has 8 rebounds on the game. Offensive board.
Make it 9. They seem to come quietly for Kaylee Jefferson today.
She now has 8 points and 9 rebounds in this one. As a foul will be called on the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Collins. And the foul will be called on Renee Smith. That'll be only her second foul of the game. As Alexis Seaton will check in for Kaylee Jefferson. And Kemp will take a seat for Sissoko. And now a little confusion here. Dixon will actually go out. Jefferson will stay on the court. First free throw off the rim. Still an 11-point difference. Second free throw goes. 1 and 2 on the trip. A 10-point ball game. Here's Rosenthal. Can't get that one. Here's Smith. Can't get that one either. Third chance opportunity. Loose ball stolen. Here come the Huskies with it. Outside McGuire. Got it. 4 of 7 from deep. She has 18 in the game.
You don't want one of the McGuire sisters to get hot. Not for the Bearcats.
Just inside the three-point arc off the back of the rim. Opportunity for Houston Christian, only down by 7. Wilson backing up and letting the offense reset. McGuire will drive inside. Mid-range shot, that one falls. And who else? McGuire, the only Husky in double digits. She now has 20. Stay with the Bearcats. Houston Christian on a 6-0 run. And just over the last minute of play.
Also entering for the Bearcats number 10, Cassidy Dixon. Checking in again for the Huskies number 3,
Aaron McGuire will be in the ballgame now. Both sisters, like we saw in the first half early on, will be on the court at the same time. Inside Dixon, up and under. Rebound for, looks like Cotton. Here's Aaron with it. 5-point ball game. It's a 2-possession contest here in Huntsville. Tries to drive in, deflected by Jefferson. Here's Kemp with it. Driving down the court. Rebound by Jefferson. Up and under. Doesn't go. That's now 10 rebounds, though, for Jefferson in the ball game. Here's Aaron with it. To Enya for 3.
Whoa.
Money. 23 for the junior for Northern Ireland.
I think she hit that from Northern Ireland. She was a little bit back. I was surprised that she took that shot.
2-point difference. And a bad miscue by Dixon. And the Huskies now with a chance to tie it up on this possession. A 9-0 run for Houston Christian in over 2 minutes of play. Now a foul will be called on Dixon.
Bearcats being outscored 35-21 in the second half.
Sam Houston has not scored a point in the last 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Houston Christian 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 24 seconds. That's the game of basketball, though. It's whoever has the last big run will end up winning the game, and a turnover. They called on Collins a foul there for, I believe, an illegal screen.
Legal screen, that's going to be her fourth.
That'll be something to watch here. One more and she'll be out. Kemp for three. Off the mark. Rebound made by Collins. Collins now with 6 on the afternoon. And out of bounds, they said that Field stepped on that line with the back of her foot. And a turnover. One major thing that's helped Houston Christian, they've made 3 of their last 3 from the field. Sam Houston 0 of their last 6. Dixon trying to conduct the offense. Smith with it. Down low. Euro steps.
Oh, nice move by Renee Smith.
And a double-double. Now with 10 points and 11 rebounds for her on the afternoon. And Rosenthal forces the turnover.
Almost looked like it was going to be out on her, but I think McGuire reached for it at the last second to try to grab it.
Rebound for Smith. Sissoko with it. Gets her own miss. Turns around. Too strong on the baseline shot. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Fans wanting a travel call there. Not going to get it. Wilson with it. 17 on the shot clock. Pulls up from the free throw line. That one off the mark. Loose ball. And recovered by Cotton. Here comes Houston Christian off the leg of a Bearcat and Dixon. Now they have numbers. Rosenthal off the mark. Out of bounds. And Houston Christian will get possession. It'll take us to a media timeout. A 4-point ball game. But they also haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds of play in this comeback here in this second half.
Defense has gotten a little tighter on both ends, but Houston Christian doing a nice job getting back in this game off the three-pointers.
Bearcats with the inbound out of the timeout. One of their last 10 from the field. Going to change that and extend their lead. Rosenthal gets the foul call. Wanted the layup to go in, but she'll get 2 free throws regardless. Foul on Enya McGuire. That's her second of the ball game. 2 free throws for Rosenthal. First one up and in.
One of the things that Rosenthal brings to the game is she is not afraid to drive the lane and make contact and be physical and finish plays.
2 for 2 on that trip, and Dixon will get called for a foul. That's her second on the afternoon.
Fortunately for the Bearcats, they're not in trouble yet.
3 fouls to each side here in the quarter. Double team creating trouble. Here's Enya. Should have been automatic from outside. Misses that one. Gets her own rebound, though. And that one missing as well. Smith with it. She'll have to dribble out of trouble. Kemp trying to go inside of Rosenthal on a cut. It's deflected out of bounds by McGuire. Off the mark. Interesting note about Renee Smith. She's tied her career high in rebounds at 13. Last hit that mark against UT Arlington back on February 16th of this year.
Just fun to watch the maturation of Renee Smith over the last couple years. Not only tying her rebound stat, being in having a double-double today as well.
Jefferson for three. In and out. You feel the crowd wanting her to be able to hit one. Aaron pass. Kind of snuck up on Fields there. The Bearcats now with an opportunity, up by 4. Just trying to take as much time off of that clock as possible. It's all you can do if you're Sam Houston. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Rosenthal driving in. Fouling the shot, 2 free throws coming up. Foul was called on Hannah Fields, the freshman, her 4th on the game. And you look at it now, out of the 5 that are on the court for Houston Christian, 4 of them have at least 3 fouls, with 2 of them having 4. Free throw off the back of the rim for Rosenthal. Second free throw goes. 5-point ball game, still 2 possessions here in this one, and I believe a foul's going to be called. Nope, they're going to stay out of bounds off of Rosenthal. Houston Christian keeps possession. Again, that aggressive defense from Rosenthal. Trips up on her own feet. Here's Collins with it. Looking for somebody to hand it off to. Now Wilson. There's a steal. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the sideline.
Great effort by Rosenthal. Wilson wasn't paying attention to the backside, and Rosenthal came and stripped it.
Rosenthal with 6 steals in the ball game. And that one goes to make it a 1-possession ball game. Smith, pump fakes, now drives inside and loses it. And a foul will get called on Cotton. That's number 4 for her. Huskies in deep foul trouble at the moment.
Coach Finney's going to have to take a look at her lineup on the court. Now 3 of the 5 have 4 fouls.
Free throws in for Smith.
Another improved area for Renee Smith. Her free throw shooting. She's worked really hard in the gym on putting up shots.
One off of the mark. No commentators curse for you there. They at least have one of those a year. Just under 2 minutes left to go in this one. 4-point difference here. Wilson and blocked from behind. Out of bounds will stay with Houston Christian, but the crowd loving that one from Smith.
Yeah, it was an incredible, nice position. She just gets the ball. Looks like Wilson went down hard. I don't know if it's a catastrophic injury.
Huskies will inbound on the end line.
And it's key as well because of who she is in Wilson, the leading scorer in the game against Rice. Here's a 3. That one off of the rim from Cotton. And a foul, I think, is going to be called here on Dixon.
Third person, 4th.
That's her 3rd now, 4th of the quarter for Sam Houston.
Yeah, got her hands in there. As Fields was going for the ball.
Baseline shot, in and out, offensive rebound. Should try again.
The freshman Fields again with a nice rebound.
McGuire, Aaron that is at the top. There's Cotton, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tries to drive inside, off the glass for two, and we're within two. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Kemp conducting the offense. Here's Rosenthal. Pulls up off the backboard, and Houston Christian with it. Collins passing it forward to Fields. Deflected by Rosenthal. Bearcats with it. And a timeout taken smartly by head coach Raven Justice.
That's one of those situations you can't afford to have empty possession. Going to go over that. We can't afford to lose quarters. Maybe one a game, but losing two, it's hard.
Bearcats with the inbound to restart play. Again, just trying to hang on, and
they want this clock to wind down. They want to get some points on the board and only bring it down to one possession, hopefully.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Smith inside, off the rim, out of bounds. Houston Christian with possession.
Have a person on her. So that's what I would think that they will want to do, is get the ball in her hands and try for a three-pointer to win this ball game.
Inbounds coming from Fields. Here's Cotton with it. Trying to get it to Wilson. In a bit of a panic, out of bounds. Houston Christian keeps it. 3.4 seconds and a timeout taken by the Huskies. Unless there's something egregious happening down in the paint, there's more than likely not going to be a foul call on some contact down in the lane. And smart play there by the freshman. Taking a timeout as they were nearing a 5-second violation. Fields to inbound for the Huskies. Thought about McGuire at first. Now they'll go inside. Stolen by Smith. And that will do it. Sam Houston survives. 67-65, the final